Hello, Soleil here with Datascopic, and I'm coming out in front of the camera to talk with you because I'm up, and yes, it's after 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was thinking about this validation course that I'm getting ready to teach next week, and thinking about why is data validation important? Why peel that out amongst all of the things that Excel can do? What's going to be the big deal here? But first, got to get dressed. Alright, when doing Excel, be appropriately dressed. Alright, let's do that. Let's tie it up. Cool. Get this through here. All right, there we go. Now we're fully dressed. All right, so data validation. This is important because it is the one thing that's consistently missing from spreadsheets. There can be complex formulas, graphics, lots of tabs, maybe even some VBA code. And what's missing? Validation. Some layer over everything that gives us a sense that we can trust what's in the data, and some effort to prevent crap data from getting in. Alright, that is the big deal, and that's what we're going to be talking about in this workshop. We're going to talk a lot about how do you keep a person from abbreviating Ohio as OH and then somebody else using the spelling it out OHIO. Those are the things that make crap data, untrustworthy analysis that make you look like a liar and incompetent when you have to go back and fix something like that and say, oh, we reported on the OH but not on the OHIO. No. So the difficult thing with validation is a whole different mindset. You have to start thinking, what can go wrong? Alright, what other things can go wrong? One day, Mike Jones logs himself into a spreadsheet as Mike Jones. And then one day he's Mike Jones Jr. We can have states and cities in the same cell when maybe a spreadsheet wants them separate. Dates are a big deal because it's so easy to put today's date in anywhere. Supposing we're supposed to put a birth date in and then we accidentally put today's date in. There's got to be something that will stop a user from doing that, that will flag a user if it does happen. That's your layer of validation. A lot of times the math is so easy. So many spreadsheets are just multiplication. That's it. And sums. And no layer of validation. That's when you got real problems. I've got some yogurt here. Wait a minute. Okay. In my blueberry yogurt, something is wrong. There's a marble in here. Now what if I would have put this in my mouth and broke my teeth? This represents validation. How did this get in here? We got a problem. or a form didn't stop it. There was no flag. It was just fling the doors open and let any old data in here and let it do whatever it wants to do, and we'll deal with what happens when it turns up, and they do. So when we think about validation, yeah, what about dates? Alright, so if we're looking at birth dates, we want to set up a field such that a person can't go back and say that they're, say, 120 years old. Maybe there's somebody in this world that's 120, but hey, we'll deal with that when that comes. We'll let them call up and say, but hey, I really am 120 years old. But no, stop that. When you set up categories, how can that get messed up? So you have car related category, and then one day it's auto related category. No, you got to control that kind of stuff. You have to control completeness. If you are putting in a year of 2008 and you just put 200, something has to warn you that you're not finished. And if you do require people to put in a name or a birth date or a phone number, what is going to be the signal that it is required and that it has happened or has not happened? So that's what data validation is sometimes more difficult than writing complex formulas, because we have to think in so many different directions. We have to think of all of the scenarios, and that is your assignment now, is when you're working with spreadsheets, are you using any validation? Are you doing anything at all to prevent a marble from getting into the yogurt? Anything at all? Think about what can go wrong. How can that marble get in? Where are different areas? Could it get in with the milk, with the fruit? Did it happen at the grocery store? Did it happen somewhere between home and the grocery store? And that's how you have to think, is where can things possibly go wrong so that you can ensure that your data is clean and trustworthy. Alright? So take that, think about it, work with it, take your data validation seriously, because this is the year of clean data. And that's the game we're playing all the way until January 1st of next year. So thanks a lot, and I'll talk with you later.